Welcome to this explainer. We often think that science and history are just closed books, right? Like filled with facts we settled a long, long time ago. But today, we're diving into two absolutely shocking discoveries that completely flipped our understanding of the natural and ancient world upside down. We're going to look at a literal biological impossibility pulled straight from the deep ocean and a historical masterpiece that was hiding right beneath the soil. Let's kick things off with a number that sets the stage for our first mystery: 65 million. For decades, scientists were absolutely certain, I mean zero doubt, that one specific incredible creature had vanished exactly 65 million years ago. Its fossils were always found right alongside the dinosaurs, so naturally, all the evidence pointed to it being completely wiped out when that asteroid struck Earth. As far as marine biologists were concerned, case closed. Or, well, at least that's what everyone thought. Section 1. The fish that lived. So picture this. It's 1938, and a fisherman working off the coast of South Africa makes a totally routine catch that shatters that firmly held scientific consensus. He was literally just doing his everyday job, but what he hauled up in his net that day, it would rewrite biology textbooks forever. He pulled out this enormous blue fish that looked like absolutely nothing on record. And the craziest part, it had thick, heavily muscular fins that looked and actually acted almost exactly like legs. Word got out fast, and marine biologists were just stunned. They quickly realized this wasn't just some strange, undiscovered rare species. No, it was a coelacanth. This was a creature previously known exclusively from, ancient, dusty museum fossils. And suddenly, here it was, fresh out of the ocean. It was instantly dubbed the living fossil. And honestly, the sheer reality of its survival just shocked the entire scientific community to its core. Section 2. Secrets of the Coelacanths. Now, what makes this living fossil so fascinating is its downright bizarre anatomy. I mean, it is utterly unique. First off, unlike your standard fish, its fins contain strong bones and actual muscles that move almost exactly like the limbs of land animals. But wait, it gets stranger. Its skull has a unique joint. It's literally a hinged head that lets it lift the upper part of its head backward while hunting so it can open its mouth wider. Oh, and it has a built-in specialized sensory organ that detects tiny electrical signals that gives it the unbelievable ability to hunt perfectly in complete pitch-black darkness. So why does all this weird anatomy actually matter to us today? Well, scientists believe these leg-like muscular fins aren't just some random evolutionary quirk. They likely represent a vital step in the evolution of animals that eventually crawled out of the oceans and walked right onto land. For decades, we thought this species existed only as an imprint in a rock, but seeing it alive, it gave researchers a living, breathing window into our planet's deep evolutionary past. It's a real game changer. But, nature isn't the only thing hiding massive secrets. Sometimes human history hides its absolute greatest treasures right beneath our feet, exactly where we least expect them. To see what I mean, we're going to leave the dark ocean of 1938 and head over to the parched farmland of China's Shanxi province in the year 1974. Section 3. A shocking underground army. Okay, so local farmers in Shanxi province were simply trying to survive a really severe drought by digging a well. They dug down nearly 15 feet into the dry earth when suddenly a shovel strikes something incredibly hard. Now, at first, they reasonably assumed it was just an ordinary rock blocking their path to the water they so desperately needed. But after carefully clearing away the dirt, it wasn't a rock. A life-sized clay human face slowly emerged from the ground, staring right back at them. Imagine looking for water and finding that. Without even realizing it, that desperate search for water sparked one of the greatest archaeological discoveries in all of human history. When archaeological experts finally arrived on the scene and started a full excavation, what they uncovered was almost impossible to believe. They didn't find just one isolated statue. They didn't find 100. They unearthed an astonishing 8,000-plus life-sized terracotta soldiers. And it wasn't just foot soldiers either. We're talking full-sized horses, actual chariots, and commanding military officers, all buried in absolute perfect formation. Section 4. Inside the Emperor's Tomb. Now, these incredibly detailed statues hadn't just been buried at random. Far from it. They had stood silently underground for over 2,000 years with a very specific monumental purpose: guarding the massive tomb of China's very first emperor, Qin Shi Huang. You see, the emperor was intensely obsessed with his legacy and his safety in the afterlife. He firmly believed his army would need to continue protecting him even after death. But instead of the pretty brutal ancient practice of sacrificing his real living soldiers so they could join him, the emperor commissioned a far more ambitious project. He had craftsmen build a permanent, immortal military force entirely out of clay. And honestly, even more astonishing than the sheer scale of the whole thing is the unparalleled craftsmanship involved. Out of all 8,000 plus unique, life-size figures, no two faces are exactly alike. Just think about the staggering amount of effort that takes. Every single soldier features individualized facial features, specific human expressions, distinctive hairstyles, and complex armor variations. Today, it's considered one of the greatest archaeological treasures ever discovered, simply because it offers us this incredibly detailed, extraordinary glimpse into the military power, the unmatched artistry, and the deep beliefs of ancient China. Section 5. History's Unsolved Mysteries. Stories like the Coelacanth and the Terracotta Army are just such powerful reminders of how dynamic our world really is. Every single year, archaeologists and scientists are finding new clues hidden beneath deserts, at the bottom of oceans, deep inside forests, or, even right under ordinary farmland. Whether it's pulling a living fossil out of a simple fishing net or unearthing an entire clay army from a dry water well, these monumental finds remind us of one very humbling fact. What we know today, it's truly just a tiny fraction of humanity's and the Earth's much larger story. So think about the ground you walk on every day, or those vast oceans that cover the map. What other unbelievable secrets are still out there, buried deeply beneath our feet, just waiting for the right moment or the right person to finally uncover them? Keep that in mind the next time you hear a scientific case is totally closed. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer today. Keep that curiosity alive, and I will catch you next time.